Hello, Eternum, and welcome to KOTT News, Eternum's #1 source for news. And this is the War Report. Dynamic change in the history of Eternum last night as the forces of Gobbledale successfully re-secure the rain-drenched region of Mourningdale. KOTT News were on the scene and were granted an interview by company leadership. Well, it was over in half the expected time. Would you care to take us through it?
Yeah, we unfortunately not a lot of our company could make it, so we had to have some last-minute fill-ins and everything. But thank you to everybody that came out and helped us. But in the end, we ended up taking it, so felt very good.
Do you feel that your colleagues will be able to make it back and hold the hamlet with the additional restrictions to the rosters?
Yes, we're looking forward to the restrictions. I know that a lot of people are, it seems, but we're kind of gearing up and preparing for it, but looking forward to those changes.
I believe this is the second time you've held this region. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, John. We wanted to bring Gobbledale back to glory here in Mourningdale.
Very well. Do you have any intentions for the hamlet now that you're in control? Anything you might be wanting to do with the irrigation systems or in general around the area?
We're going to look to improve the hot tub space. It was very nice for a little while with the cauldron for about the last month or so, but we really love the hot tub in Mourningdale and free parties out here as always.
Later in Brightwood, KOTT News crews were on the scene as company leadership debriefed on the steps of City Hall. Following the event, we were granted an audience with company leadership to discuss the outcome and their future plans. I wanted to congratulate you on holding the hamlet of Brightwood against the forces of Nothing Personal. Would you care to tell me about the outcome yourself? It looked like you guys had it well under control, but perhaps you have a different perspective.
From what it looks like from our perspective, we've been getting a lot of really good players coming into eviction notice. We're going to have to start getting our foundation. We did hold off Brightwood, I think the past 3 or 4 times, and the defenses have been somewhat of a challenge, but almost every single one of them, if not all of them, have not gone into fort. Eviction notice is currently looking into doing way more than just defending at this time. But other than that, like that last war was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a good war.
It sounds like you have ambitions to spread across the island. Is there anybody out there who should be on the alert that you might be coming their way?
Ooh, so I'm not gonna sit here and say anything. We have some eyes on a few people. All I want people to know is that eviction notice is coming after them. That's all I know. That's all I want to say.
Is there anybody whose efforts out on the battlefield tonight you might want to highlight?
Oh my goodness, there's so many people to highlight on my side. I don't even know how to explain it. Like the community and the company in general is just becoming such an amazing group of people. There's way too many to even like highlight. Zayn and his freaking group with his decks and ripping people apart. We have Hutchie and his kill group. We just recently got Rue, and Rue's doing an amazing job running her 5-man team in our groups. We have Mango and his 5 to 10 stack. We just recently got Tom Hutch, and that guy is probably one of the most insane shot callers I've ever heard. Absolutely love hearing him on point. So if to highlight everybody, I mean that's just meat and potatoes there. You know what I mean?
Care to comment on tonight's outcome in Mourningdale as your fellow Covenant forces of Gobblers take that from the Marauders of CB4? How do you feel?
That was good seeing yellow on the map again, especially having Mourningdale. Mourningdale is a hard push, in my opinion. Pushing that is a struggle for a lot of companies because of that long run back and forth. So I'm really happy to see that our brothers and sisters in yellow are taking over and helping out.
Another day, another sunrise that will shine on throughout the day, traveling across the Eternum sky. But once again, the night will bring out the worst in the island as invasion forces strike at 30% of the island's coastlines. 2 submissions for simulated fantasy combat resolution tonight, brought to you by LARPco. Remember, if it isn't LARPco, it's cardboard. First up, the Marauders of Highwind Dragoons assail the Covenant forces of Eviction Pending for control of the hardly controllable Restless Shore. High Wind Dragoons return to the battlefield once again, this time shifting their attention away from the harsh desert in the north to the restless shore in the east. The forces of Eviction Pending have already given notice that squatting on the beaches around the fort is unacceptable, but will they be able to execute the pending eviction? Later, the Marauders of PvP Dodgers assault the Covenant forces of Here Be Monsters for control of the arid desert region of Brimstone Sands. PvP Dodgers shift their forces from dodging PvP to openly declaring war on their neighbor to the north. But will they be able to expand their empire? The desert-dwelling nomads of Here Be Monsters stand ready to defend their keep, as well as the bountiful riches to be found buried throughout the sands. Be sure to tune in for complete coverage and reactions from the citizens tonight at 11. Until then, this has been War Correspondent JChalant, KOTT News.